Hi, this is a ridiculously short review of the Mobvoi TicWatch E3 smartwatch. Internally, is not much to argue about. Heart rate, blood oxygen sensor, together with GPS, Bluetooth, Wi-Fi and NFC for Google Pay, plus the usual accelerometers for turning the display on when twisting your wrist, etc. The most interesting part though is on the inside, and that being the use of the Snapdragon 4100, together with a whole of 1 GB of internal RAM. Something that firstly makes the usage of Wear OS 2 that the watch is using as of right now very enjoyable. And secondly, it also makes the watch a candidate for receiving the new Wear OS 3, something that is said to most likely happen during this year, so the watch is actually somewhat future-proof in this regard. On the outside, it's all lightweight plastic. The watch is pretty thick, but still sits nicely on the arm and don't make that much fuss about itself. The display is your standard LCD one, measuring 1.3 inches with a resolution of 360 by 360 pixels. However, for being an LCD, it's a pretty good one. Blacks of course don't go as dark as on the AMOLED on the more expensive watches, but then you also need to remember that this is actually a somewhat cheap watch with a price tag of around only $160. All in all, the watch does a good job using all of its sensors to measure both day-to-day activities as well as position and pulse during workouts. Apps and watch faces comes in almost too many choices due to the use of Wear OS, and overall it's a lot of value for the money. My only real issues with the watch is firstly the lack of a light sensor, making it necessary to adjust the backlight yourself depending on the surrounding environment, something that can get a bit tedious at times. The battery life is 2 days at best with minimal use, but I'd say you should expect to charge the watch every day if you're using it for anything more than telling the time. I also found the accelerometer when twisting your wrist to sometimes not be super accurate, resulting in having to perform another arm gesture to show the time, which sometimes is a bit annoying. Also, if you're an iPhone user, the watch does not work at all with iMessage notifications. Other than that, I'd say the TicWatch E3 is a cheaper alternative to, for example, the Samsung Galaxy Watch 4. An alternative that is not perfect, but at least price-worthy as long as you're an Android user. If you got an iPhone, I personally would recommend holding off a bit, saving some more money, and then just getting the cheapest Apple Watch instead. Thank you for watching, have a nice day, bye!